All right, PUBG 2. Will it ever happen? Unpopular opinion, no. I don't think it's going to happen. And here's why. Because not enough people hit the like button on this video. I mean, come on. We are literally 14 seconds into the video and you haven't hit the like button yet. What is going on? All right, sorry. I gotta find little ways to get people to hit the like button more. So anyway, PUBG 2. Basically, well, first off, none of this is fact. This is just my opinion. So don't get triggered just because I don't think there's going to be a PUBG 2. If you want to believe there's going to be a PUBG 2 and you're still holding out hope, that's great. I'm happy for you. Me, I'm not a pessimist. I'm not an optimist. I'm more of a realist. I'm more towards the center. I like to look at the way things have been and the way things are and kind of use that to predict what's going to happen in the future. So we have had PUBG for 6.5 years, give or take. Little less than 6.5 years. So we're getting close to 7 years of PUBG and still no PUBG 2. It's not a single player game. It's a multiplayer game. It's a battle royale. There are constant updates for it. And there have been many points in PUBG's history where it might have been beneficial for them to announce and release a PUBG 2. When they never competed well with other games like Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex. It always seemed like those games were advertised better and were streamed more. And I think the main reason for that is because the lack of optimization in PUBG, the lack of bug fixes. They've got it pretty well under control now. I think PUBG performs very closely to a AAA title. It's taken a long time for it to get there, at least on PC. Not talking about mobile. Mobile is a completely different spin-off of PUBG. Not even up for discussion. I'm not discussing mobile. I'm just talking about PC and console versions. So in my opinion, they really missed a big opportunity to release PUBG 2 about a year after PUBG came to PlayStation. Because if I remember correctly, PUBG came to PlayStation roughly 1 year after it came to Xbox. Xbox was like the testing grounds, okay? It came to early access on PC in March of 2017. Then I believe in November or December of 2017, it came to Xbox. People were really hungry for it. They had been playing a little bit of Fortnite, but they were watching all these streamers play PUBG, and they didn't have computers, and they were just waiting for it to release on console. PUBG slapped the PlayStation players in the face and said, we're only releasing it on Xbox. Xbox people were happy until they parachuted in and no textures were loaded. And 9 times out of 10, you walk into a building before it's loaded and you just end up in the wall, having to quit the game and find another lobby, only for the same thing to happen over and over again. Random falling through the map and dying for no reason, yada, yada, yada. It took them about a whole year to fix this before they released it on PlayStation. So obviously Xbox was the beta testing grounds for the console port, which went terribly. They lost a huge amount of players that didn't want to put up with that. But there's still a pretty loyal following because this game, PUBG, is still in the top 10 most played games on Steam. And talking about PC version only, most of the players are in Europe. North America is mostly taken over by Warzone, Fortnite, and Apex. Fortnite's still going strong. Came out shortly after PUBG. Believe it or not, Fortnite was not a battle royale. They did get the idea from PUBG. PUBG tried to sue them. It didn't work out. PUBG lost the lawsuit. So, yeah. A year after it released on PlayStation, they should have released PUBG 2. That would have been the perfect time to do it. That would have brought back a lot of players that still remembered how fun it was to play PUBG, but were simply upset with the bugs and lack of optimization. Planning a huge update for the base game and calling it the second edition of PUBG, I believe would have brought back so many players. By not doing this, they just left the game stale and stagnant. They focused on releasing new maps and updating bugs and glitches, which is good, but that is not going to bring back a huge part of the player base that left because it was just took them too long to start getting the game optimized and basically playable. I mean, I remember the early days of console when I played on Xbox, and I will say the game was unplayable. It was fun and you could get some enjoyment out of it, but if I were to buy a game now and it performed the same way it did on day one release of Xbox, I would be like, nope, refund, please, refund. This game is horrible. I could have made this in my backyard. I'm kidding. Obviously, I can't design a video game in my backyard, but that's what it felt like. PUBG has gone through some different companies that have acquired them. They've completely switched out the development teams. They've got much more experienced people on the staff, and this all happened years ago. This would have been another perfect time for them to start working on the second version of PUBG. Is it too late? Yes, it is too late. Even if they did a PUBG 2, and even if they go against my opinion of me today saying there's never going to be a PUBG 2 and they announce a PUBG 2 tomorrow, will it bring back millions of players? Will it break records? No. I seriously doubt it. Unless they were to go put so much money into the advertising and the marketing campaign, and they had every major streamer playing it, from Shroud the Dr. Disrespect to Ninja to freaking Pokimane, and Valkyrie, all the major Twitch and Kick streamers and YouTube streamers. If they were to get them all to hype up PUBG 2, maybe it would have a chance. But anything short of that, I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I'm really happy that they're putting a lot of time and effort into giving us new maps, new game modes, fixing the graphics, fixing the bugs. They were not good about that the first few years, but the last few years they have been good about that. I can't say I agree with all of their decisions on how they move forward with the game, but hey, I'm just a player. It's not my game. They can do whatever they want, and it's as a YouTuber, I will make content about the things I like and the things I don't like and discuss it with you as a community, not to complain, but to make the game better for everyone involved. So go into the comment section and leave me your opinion on whether you think there's going to be a PUBG 2 or not, whether you think it's too late, or just what you think the future of the game in general is. As for me, I would like to see the hype around a second edition of PUBG, but I do believe it is too late for even a PUBG 2 announcement for anyone to even really care about it. I'm sure it would bring a lot of players back in, but how long they would stay, I don't know. And after what happened with the early access version and the Xbox version, I would say they would have to really cover their bases and make sure they're delivering an incredibly well optimized game. Now, even though I don't believe there's going to be a PUBG 2, if they did come out with it, I would be excited. Just like you guys, I'm a fan of the game. Just like I said, I'm a realist. I'm not an optimist or a pessimist. I just look at things the way they are. But I would still be excited. If I get proved wrong and the day after I upload this video, they're like, we're making PUBG 2, and all the big streamers start playing it, I think that would be the best thing in the world. I would be so happy to admit that I was totally wrong and that they are making a PUBG 2. Now, how successful that will be, I don't know. Only time would tell. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smack the like button, leave a comment for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.